In dealing with debt, Gen Z is having more trouble handling credit cards and debt compared to other generations. Let's bring in Ted Rossman, the senior industry analyst at Bankrate.com. Hello, Ted. What is happening with Gen Z debt and why?
TransUnion found that Gen Zers are considerably more likely than millennials at the same age to have a credit card. They looked at 22 to 24-year-olds late last year versus a different set of 22 to 24-year-olds about a decade ago. And they found that at present, 84% of these young adults have credit cards. That compares with only 61% a decade ago. More Gen Zers are using credit cards at an earlier age than millennials, and unfortunately, they're racking up more debt. Gen Zers have about 25% more credit card debt than millennials did at the same age. The main explanation here is inflation. Rising prices have led more people to finance daily essentials with credit. That can be problematic for your future because the average credit card rate is over 20%. It is worrisome that people are getting this expensive debt cycle started at an earlier age. And this comes with competing financial priorities as well, such as student loan burdens, high housing costs, and high childcare costs.
What's your advice?
I'm sure you've heard me say my favorite industry saying about credit cards, which is that they can be like power tools, really useful or dangerous. It's all about how you use them. We see in general that about half of credit card holders pay in full every month and about half don't. For those who can pay in full and avoid interest, credit cards are great. You get rewards, you get convenience, you get buyer protections. We're worried about those 44% who carry debt from month to month. Especially when you're young, I think it's really important to resist that siren song of credit card rewards if you're carrying a balance. You're probably not spending enough for those rewards to be all that meaningful anyway, but debt can really stack up in a hurry. So that's where it's really important, especially when you're young, to get into good financial habits. I like the idea of building credit, and it is useful to start your credit history earlier. Maybe consider putting a small expense or two on your credit card every month, pay it off right away, get in that habit. And then over time, you can layer in more daily essentials. If you can get to the point that you're putting all of your regular expenses on a credit card and paying it off without owing interest, that's an ideal scenario, but that's not for everybody. Don't dig the hole any deeper. If you have credit card debt, maybe get a 0% balance transfer card or seek nonprofit credit counseling. You don't want this to drag on forever and ever, which can happen with minimum payments.
Thanks for your tips, Ted.
No problem. Thank you.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.